Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a video about the top 10 budget decks that you can build for $20 and under. There's probably going to be a lot of hate from this. I don't know where to start, really. Most of these decks right here are basically, they're not, what's the word? The order doesn't matter. We're just going to be naming off some of the lists. It's some of them that were actually, like, decks that are actually really, really good right now, or decks that were actually good in the past. And but basically we're gonna just be talking about the $20 and under. Basically we just go on TCG and and we try and get the budget out. We're gonna have the link about TCG, and yeah. So this was Adrian from Yugi Rogue, and let us begin, guys. So taking place for number 10, though, like I said, the order doesn't matter. We actually have the ABCs. Uh, ABCs are pretty budget right now. You could just buy 3 structure decks, or you could just go on TCG and etc. etc. But basically, the regular ABC core is expensive. Probably the most expensive you're gonna get is probably when you buy the links. But this deck doesn't really need anything else. It just has A, B, and C. Easy as 1, 2, 3, and you take out your boss monster, ABC Dragon Buster, and basically it's a really, really good deck because all you play is gadgets, you play machines and stuff. It's a really, really good deck, guys, and it's one of those top budget decks. Alright, taking number 9 on our list, we actually have the Volcanics. A lot of people have not heard of Volcanics in a while. They're pretty old, but they're still pretty fun. They're one of those good budget decks that you can play. Basically, Volcanic's win condition is just literally burn you to death. They will just keep going and keep on burning and then keep on special summoning. It's just really, really broken. I don't think they really play an extra deck. Maybe they can build an extra deck. Maybe they can make an easily Borlo Dragon. Who knows? But Borlo Dragon is one of those expensive cards. But this deck loves to special summon and burns to death. So yeah, this deck is really good if you like to burn. Alright, going for number 8, we actually got Blackwings. So Blackwings, they were really, really good when Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds came out, like around 2012. Basically what these guys is I know, yes, it is a synchro deck. Yes, they love to use their synchro monsters. So basically you would need links in this format, but hey guys, they're still really good. They just like to hurt your opponent. They do piercing, and if you like birds or crows, they look like that. Their artwork is really, really cool. Basically, these guys are budget because no one really uses these cards no more, but they're really, really fun. My brother used to play them, and he enjoyed them, so you guys will enjoy it too. Alright guys, so yes, we were talking about Synchros before, but now we're actually talking about Fire Fists. So what they did, they loved to do XE summons, and basically they would just swarm the field. Yes, they're not like Zoos when Zodiacs were fucking broken and stupid, and most of their cards are banned. But most of the Fire Fists, well actually all the Fire Fists, they actually have really, really good artwork. They remind me of samurais. So if you like ninjas or you like fighting looking characters, then this is the deck for you. And if you like to swarm the field besides ghost tricks or anything, then play Fire Fists. They're really, really fun, guys. Alright, next one we're gonna actually talk about is Masked Heroes. On TCG, they are really, really cheap. And basically, their win condition is they try and just special summon, like they can make a Dark Law, or they basically just like to banish your crap. But hey, if you play a Necrophase, there goes all your cards and back into the card. But if you like, what's it called, Common Riders or Power Rangers or something like that, they look like that in a way, and they look really, really cool and really, really badass, and they have really good effects. Everyone has different effects, like the first one of Torrential and stuff. It looks really good, really good. Next deck we're actually going to be talking about is Yosenjus. Basically, what Yosenjus, what they like to do is basically they like to bring out their more of their big monsters or little monsters. It doesn't matter. But basically, after they're like done attacking your opponent, what they do is they return back into the hand. So technically, it would be almost impossible to get these guys out of there. And then after they would put like traps or something. Basically, they're more threatening if your like opponent like does like hand destruction or something that pops. And these guys also have like pendulum monsters, so they can pendulum summon multiple monsters from their hand, and it's just really, really good. So yeah. Next deck we're actually talking about is going to be Galaxies. What they do is they like to try and build up a board And then after they just XC and they basically just do the same things Zeus would like to do, place one XC over another XC over another, and they basically just like to beat the living crap out of your opponent. Yes, they look really cool. This one actually has some brass knuckles, which looks really cool. And basically, that's all what Galaxies do. It's basically an XYZ deck. I haven't really seen any synchros nor anything for them. But if you're looking for like a budget deck and you like dragons or so, this one is a really good one. Alright, and the next deck we're actually going to be talking about is actually worms. Yes, we're not talking about the normal monster dungeon worm, so we can take that out of the option unless you want to play it. But we actually have these other worm looking characters. They actually look really good. They have, this guy has like freaking 6 arms, or 4 arms and like 2 legs. Reminds me of a Ben 10 character, and then this one looks a little fat. But these guys, I don't actually have no idea what their win condition is. I just know that if you want to look something like, if you want to see something like slimy, or they're basically a reptile archetype actually, and it feels like they special summon from their graveyard. They do a lot of graveyard effects. But if you want to play worms, go right ahead. All right, taking up the number 2 spot on the list is actually Superheavy Samurai. What these guys like to do is basically you do not run no spells, you do not run no traps. All you do is run monsters. These guys are synchros, a synchro deck, and basically what they do is even though they're in defense position, they love to attack with their defense. It's so gross. They go into a mirror force. Your opponent is like, oh okay, I'll activate mirror force. Oh look, I'm playing Superheavy Samurai. I don't give a shit. And then it basically just it is a really good deck. There's a lot of samurai decks, but if you want to see a really good samurai deck, then play this one. It's really fun. All right, taking number 1 spot for this list is actually Predaplant. The Predaplant engine is really cheap on TCG. Probably the Brilliant Fusion you probably don't need because basically if you like plants, you would probably like this deck besides Sylvans. Basically, this is a fusion deck. They basically like to special summon and they do counters and stuff. And then whenever, like, if your opponent's gonna attack, then that monster gets deleted. It's basically a counter plant deck, and they can burn sometimes depending on how you play them. And this is actually their fusion monster they play. I think they're really good for an engine. I don't really think you would play Brilliant Fusion, but yeah, they're really good. Alright guys, so that was it. So basically we just showed you the top 10, well I just showed you the top 10 decks that I believe that are fun to play or little known, basically vintage or something, but that are underneath $20 or around $20 on TCG, probably less. But yeah, you guys should test out these decks for yourself. Some of these decks will actually be really good. And like my friend plays Superheavy Samurai, my other friend plays ABC. We haven't seen a Senju or a Predaplant deck in a while or so, but these decks are really enjoyable. They have their own ways of winning. And if you want to build this deck, hey, go right ahead. No one's stopping you and stuff. All right. So comment, like, and subscribe, and comment what else you guys want to see, and then we'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. All right. Have a good one. And Yugi Rug was here.